and Chloe, and this is our 7-month update. Now I have to apologize for the delay with this video, and that is because Mademoiselle has been a little bit ill. Yeah, she's doing better now, but I will get to that in our next update. So, 7 months old you are, and she's jumping for joy because we've had such nice weather in London. We've been so lucky. We've been going out most days, and we can just dress comfortably, don't have to wrap up, don't have to worry about the rain. So yeah, we've been making the most of it, haven't we? Places, and one of the places we've been is a farm. So I wasn't sure how she'd be, if she'd recognize like that this is a big furry animal that we don't usually see. And I think she did to a certain extent, but I'm sure that's gonna increase and she'll become more aware the more we visit and the older she gets. But we saw these big pigs, we saw some ponies and donkeys and bunnies and all sorts. Chloe has also been to not just her first wedding, but her second wedding and her third wedding this month. And she's had a whole variety of them as well. The first was a registration, the second was a Hindu wedding, and the third was a church wedding. And her behaviors ranged quite a bit as well. So hard to predict what she'll be like. But yeah, so the registration, exactly at the most important moment, she not just screams like that, but burst out crying. So I had to take her out and we missed the whole thing. Yeah. The second one, the Hindu one, she was so peaceful and she actually slept through most of it. Now Hindu weddings can be so vibrant and have this beautiful loud music. And they can go on for quite a bit as well. But she slept through it, so go figure. And then the last wedding was a white wedding in a church, and she was so well behaved, so very happy and pleasant, and she was just being passed around from arms to arms and just happy being with anyone that would talk to her and tell her she's pretty, basically. We also had what I call her brother, Smokey, staying with us. He's a little bunny that Vig and I used to have, and sadly he lost the use of his hind legs, and for years he's been going blind. So unfortunately we thought this isn't really a good life for the poor little guy, and we had to put him down. But we had some lovely last few days with him, and you were definitely becoming more aware of him. She was like reaching out for him and wanted to pet him, wanted to grab him a bit. But yeah, you were definitely noticing him and really liking him. She was getting used to our daily outings, bringing him out in the grass and that. So sadly we had to say goodbye. Yeah, but we have a little shrine for him now, don't we? That we look at every day. Now, the food, solids, that is improving, but it's a bit hit and miss. So some things she'll like and she actually will swallow, but other things it's still so it's been a bit tricky. And someone had recommended baby-led weaning, which I did try, and I gave her a few vegetables laid out on her tray, and she took them all one by one, she put them to her mouth, and then she threw them down. No trying to eat them very much, even though she'll completely chew down a toy. So that wasn't terribly successful. Yeah, they all ended up on the floor. And then at the end of it, she threw up, which also went onto the floor. So we haven't really tried baby-led weaning since then. Now, quite a few milestones that she's hit, and one of those is clapping. Are you gonna clap for us? Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap the foot. Yeah, that counts too, sort of. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Now that's a talent, clapping with the foot in hand. Clap, clap, clap. She's also started getting teeth. So these started coming in after that third wedding. So we were really lucky that they weren't breaking through the gums at the wedding, because I know that's so painful. But yeah, she started like gnawing even more on like her hands and stuff. And I had a look and I saw this like little, it kind of looked like a darker line actually. I guess that must have been the shadow and as it was coming through. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. And then now we can like clearly see that there's 2 teeth down there. So I've been giving her that Dentinox teething gel and also some paracetamol at times when she's getting extra cranky. I mean, it could be something else, it's so hard to know, but it could very well be the teething, because that can be so painful for them. And she is still turning onto her tummy at night in her sleep, but there's less complaining involved. So she doesn't immediately start crying when she ends up on her front. And there's been a couple times where she actually falls asleep on her front, which is good. But there are still the odd times where she must be struggling quite a bit and not, you know, quite getting into a comfy position and maybe not realizing that, oh, she can turn back onto her back. So it's a bit hit and miss with that as well, but it's definitely improving. And lastly, oh my goodness, Chloe on the jumperoo is just so hilarious. She goes in there and she's happily jumping around, and you look at her feet at the bottom and she's jumping onto her toes. So I'm like, oh my god, are you gonna be a dancer? And also like, don't hurt your feet at such a young age. You know, it's 7 months and she's already hopping on point. So I've been trying to like guide her foot to go onto flat foot, but it doesn't really work. I do it for a few jumps and then she goes back to jumping on that pointed foot. And it only seems to be on one foot, or at least one foot more than the other. So yeah, hopefully she'll grow out of that, or maybe we'll just have to get you point shoes sooner than later. Yeah. And I'm doing pretty well. My hair loss is improving, which is good. Still losing quite a bit, but not as bad as it used to be. I'm still getting quite a few colds, so I'm putting it down to, you know, the lack of sleep and that with her, even though I am getting more sleep, especially since the first 3 months. But yeah, just feeling tired and getting sore throat and colds. So hopefully that passes soon. And I've started going into work. So that was really exciting, actually. Nice to see everyone again, and just to kind of put the focus back into me and into my job and what I need to do to get fit again. Because that's been totally on the back burner. It was nice to like take care of myself again. Because you don't realize it, but just all your thoughts and everything you do just transfers completely to them. And so yeah, I enjoyed doing a few exercises in Pilates and just adding on a bit every week. Still taking it very easy, but steadily improving. Well, thank you so much for watching. I actually had a question for you guys. Do you have any tips for teething pain? I've heard of these bracelets that you can wear. I forget what the stone is. I think it's some yellow stone. Have you tried them, and do they work? And do you have any other tips to help comfort them? So yes, thank you so much for watching. Please put that in the comments below, and please subscribe for more. Bye for now. Stop eating your foot and say goodbye. Bye. Say bye. Here's my foot. Bye.